Welcome, Royal Family. You tuned into Healing Queens, the podcast, where the focus is motivation, support, and guidance for the growth of our queens and kings. I'm Emma E2K, your certified healing life coach. Welcome to yet another topic. We are on episode 86, 2000, oh my God, 2025. And we are episode 86. Can you believe it? Um, you guys know how I do, right? I have a conversation with somebody. I think it's very interesting, and I say, there goes a podcast. So this is one of those. I was speaking with a gentleman that I have just recently met. I don't know him too long, but in speaking to him, it's like I've known him for like forever. Have you ever met someone like that you meet them and you just feel like I don't know, like in the past, maybe you met somewhere, or maybe it's just a spirit talking, who knows, right? But I know that it's been amazing conversating with him and the jewels that he's dropped. I had to bring him on here. I asked him and he obliged and said no problem. And you don't know who I know, right? You never know who I know. You never know who can just pass by and just want to share some jewels with us. So without further ado, with this topic, that is, if you like it, I love it, right? Just listen to that. Just let that simmer for a minute. If you like it, I love it. What is all that about? We're going to dig in. So welcome everybody, please. Elvis Pickett.
Yes, how you guys doing, everybody? Listen, want to just stop and appreciate you so much for all that you're doing for the community, all that you are doing, the things that you're bringing to all of your guests' attention, the inspiration, the motivation, and enthusiasm. So again, appreciate you so much. I'm Elvis Pickett, been pastoring here in the Tampa Bay area for 19 years. And so I am so excited to be able to have a moment right here with all of your queens and kings. It is indeed a joy and a honor. And so when we talk about that topic,
Yes.
you mentioned that topic. You like it, I love it.
So it's just so like I was speaking to you several times and you kept on saying that. If you like it, I love it. I'm like, and I would laugh, right? Oh, he's talking about like it, I love it, right? Oh, it sounds funny, right? But then I started really like kind of thinking about it. If you like it, I love it. So whatever you like, I'm gonna love. Meaning I'm gonna accept where you at and I'm just gonna love if you like it. And I may be messing it all up, right? But
Mhm.
that's why I brought you. So you can give more depth to that. Like the way you was kicking it to me, I was like, oh, wait a minute, I gotta share this with everybody because it is something that you probably everybody hears like all the time, but don't really grasp it. Because you have a way with words, I'll tell you that much. So I'm gonna give you the floor right now for you to explain that in depth with us.
Well, I can tell you this. I can tell you that we are in a critical time in life. We are in 2025. Things is happening everywhere. There's rumors of wars. There's everything that is happening. And right now, it is a time that we horn in, right, in our visions, in our destiny, our purpose. What are we here for, right? And so when you hear you like it, I love it. Oftentimes, in 19 years of pastoring, we often get misconstrued to believe that our purpose and our call is to navigate and to change one's behavior. Right. And so oftentimes we find ourselves helping others when it hurts you. What happened? You must ask yourself the question, what do it look like when helping you hurts me? Right. And so oftentimes we find ourselves in situations that we sacrifice everything, we give everything, we pour out wisdom, we pour out resources, we give out love, and you'll find out that what you're doing in our mind, it seemeth as if it's in vain. But I've came to the realization to realize that you cannot make somebody be successful.
Mm.
You cannot make somebody be determined to win if they already set in their mind that where they are is further than where they believe they should be. And so oftentimes in life, I found out that in order for me to continue on the path and purpose that God has called me to, I need to understand the real definition of support.
Mm.
Supporting one is not trying to put yourself on the front line in order to push them into a direction you see for them. But supporting someone often means that you're willing to express to them who they are and accept who they want to be. Oh,
Wow.
I'm going to say that again. There
Yes.
is seasons in life you must learn how to express to one who they are, but accept who they want to be. Because when you express to them, hey, I see better in you. I know that you can be better. I don't want this to happen to you. I want you to achieve in life. I want you to have the nicest things in life. But this is a process in life. Oftentimes, people will reject that because why? That's not who they want to be. You can't make someone be who you see them to be. You got to learn to support who they want to be.
Ooh. I don't want to drop this mic because it cost me a little bit, but woo, can I throw a shoe or something? Like,
And so that's where that saying, you like it, I love it. I've learned to say, hey, I'm willing to sit down with you. I'm willing to pray with you. I'm willing to invest in you. But I want you to know that if you like where you are, I love where you are.
mm,
If you're satisfied with who you are, I embrace who you are.
mm,
Because you will find out, I'll call Moses to the scene. Moses had a task on his hand, and that's to take the children of Israel out of the wilderness.
mm,
He messed up and found himself missing the promised land, trying to convince someone that was satisfied in the wilderness.
mm,
I want to be an example to say, Moses, I appreciate you laying down the work for us, showing us that there's some times in our lives we will miss our promise trying to push and usher others into theirs. Why?
mm,
Moses didn't do anything wrong. What was wrong is he got angry and smote the rock.
mm,
In reality, why did Moses get angry? He got angry because he knew that the promise was there for them, and he was angry that they refused to go towards what was promised to them.
mm. So
He
he,
got mad about where they could have been
mm, he should have,
and missed it.
and he should have just loved, right?
Hey,
They
if
like
you
it.
want to stay in the wilderness, there come seasons in your life that you got to say, if you want to be in the wilderness, I'm on my way to the promise, but I'm praying that you find your way. I cannot stay in the wilderness holding your hand because watch this, wilderness sometimes is comfortable for others.
Ooh.
There are some people in your life that cannot operate unless they find themselves in a season of dysfunction. Be careful
Mm,
that some people operate their best when things is chaotic.
mm,
And so every time you bring calm, you become an enemy to them because every time you show up, you bring calm. You bring reality. You bring the common sense to a place that I refuse to accept. And so when you show up, are you really being a blessing to me, or are you really irritating where I am?
wow. Wow.
And so I've learned that there's sometimes family and friends, because of your presence showing up, irritates the foundation of where they are. They will irritate and get mad with you, and you become an enemy, when in reality, you're only just trying to be a help. Because some people won't celebrate you. Guess what? Your real friends, you'll find out who's real and who's not. There's some friends we have attached to us that's only attached to us because we have a negative story to talk about.
Ooh, oh my God.
But the minute your negative story go out of the window and you start talking about the joy of the Lord is my strength, I shall not complain. You know what? I got so much to thank God for. They begin to start looking at you funny because now they don't have anybody that they can bounce off their negativity to say, girl, you right. And now you become a person that think you better than everybody else. You think you have arrived, or you think, well, I'm glad you're doing good because I'm not. No, it may not be good, but I refuse to sit in negativity,
Mm,
because guess what? Your real friends will want to push you out of it. But
right.
them other friends, guess what? I want you to stay in it. Why? Because they have no use to you but hearing their story.
Right. Oh my God. Oh my God. I hope somebody's catching this. I hope that this is something that somebody needed to hear because I mean it goes way deeper than what he's saying. Because if you're not ready to catch it, it's just gonna go over your head anyway. So this will be for the one that really needs it. God already knows. Whoever is tuning in, clicking, if you're looking at this video for the very first time in your life, you needed to be here. You needed to hear this. And again, only if you're ready, right? Because if you like being where you're at, then we love where you're at.
Yeah. Healing, healing Queens. Healing Queens. This is for those that understands I'm ready to take on a process of healing. One thing they taught that when you're getting ready for healing, you have to get over denial. And
Mm,
the denial is being trying to convince yourself and make yourself believe that everybody in your circle mean you well.
mm.
The real reality is you have to face yourself and say, listen, I have sacrificed everything for people. Why don't they show me appreciation? Why don't they care? You know why? Because I want to tell you something. I hate to break the news to you because all the sacrifice you made really didn't make no impact to them because they was happy you wasn't.
Wow.
They was happy where they were. They was happy eating McDonald's. They was happy struggling. You was trying to get them at Ruth Chris. They was satisfied. And
Right.
that's why people, watch this. That's why it's imperative to understand people that are satisfied where they are would never celebrate where you're trying to take them.
Oh my God.
I'm going to say that again. People that satisfied where they are would never be able to give you honor for where you've took them. That's why you find ungrateful people and you're scratching your head saying, why aren't you grateful with all I done? No, because you gave me the stars, but if the truth be told, I was happy with nothing.
I was happy with nothing.
And
Yeah.
so I can't celebrate you for taking me to a place I wasn't ready to go. Oh God.
God. Wasn't ready and didn't even want to.
I was
I went because you took me. I went because you pushed it. Wow.
to see the finer things in life. I wasn't trying to get a hold to God the way you've introduced me to God. I wasn't trying to have a prayer life with you. I wasn't trying to intercede and I wasn't trying to consecrate myself. I wasn't trying to get to a place where I can have peace in my mind. I was satisfied trying to lay down at night, trying to figure out how I'm going to go to sleep, waking up in the middle of the night, up and down, trying to get myself to a place. I don't understand what's going on in my life. You brought peace to my storm, and I can't celebrate you because my storm was comfortable.
Mm.
I had got used to it.
Mm.
I was convinced that, I'm going to say this to you. I worry when I hear people say this. People call me sometimes and they say, Pastor, I say, hey, how you doing? They say, I'm going through it, Pastor, but you know, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. that worries me. Why? Because cliches has got us to a place to not deal with reality. No,
Wow.
no, I'm not going through. God ain't gave me God ain't called me his toughest soldier. He give his strongest battles to his toughest soldiers. No, 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 no. The reality is I'm in a battle of my life that God want me not to just pray about it and act as if I'm going to ignore it. But prayer, when I pray about it, it gives me the strength to address it. Oh,
Mm.
God.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
No, I'm talking to people and healing queens and kings tonight that says, you know what, I'm not coming into this year with denial because let me tell you something. If people like it, I love it. I'm coming into this year facing the reality that I want more. I'm coming into this year realizing that, hey, I don't have time to keep on sacrificing everything for people that don't want to go anywhere in their life. I'm looking at people in my season and saying, if you like it, I love it. If you want to be where you are, I want you where you are. If you want help, I want to help you. If you're satisfied, I'm content. But in this season, I have did enough of wasting time. This is the season that I look myself in the mirror and say, you deserve more.
So when you hear me saying, if you like it, I love it, you know where I got it from because that's gonna be my thing for this year as well. I mean, because you do bump heads with people, you see better for them, right? You see the potential, but if they don't see it, you're kind of banging your head against the wall. So you have to hands up, that's it. If you like where you're at, if you like struggling, if you like, whatever, wherever it is that you have, you like it, how dare I not support you in that, right?
And
Whatever
watch
it
this.
is.
And watch this. It helps you in your process to lighten your load.
Mm,
It helps you because if the truth be told, many of us can't get where we're going because we're carrying where other people is.
wow.
I got somewhere to go. And because I got purpose on my life, and because favor sits on my life, and because favor rests on my life, and because God has shown me the vision, and I've took out time and wrote my vision to make it plain, because I've sat down and done the work, I need to make sure that in this process that I am not carrying dead weight. I am not carrying things that's going to cause me to be in a standstill, but I am releasing stuff. Why? Because if you like it, I
I
love it.
love it.
I just let that thing off of me. If you like it, I'm getting that burden off of me. I love it. I am not
Yeah.
carrying people's insufficiencies when they're satisfied with their deficiency.
And if you got it, leave that on the comment because that's our new thing for this year. If you like it, I love it. Don't force people out of their comfort. If you see that they're comfortable where they're at, then you know what? It's not turning your back on them, right? But that's where
No.
they want to be. And who are you to not let them be where they want to be, right? You can
And watch
you can
this.
pray for a person from a distance. You don't gotta be right there.
And I'll leave this with you, and I'm gonna let you take it. The Bible talks about the pool of Bethesda. It talks about a man that was lame in his feet for 38 years. It talks about Jesus. This is every once a year, the angels of the Lord would trouble the water. And this had 5 porches because if you was blind, you was in this porch. If you were lame, you in this porch. And here you have the angel of the Lord trouble the water. And when the water is troubled, you got to get in. Here Jesus comes on the scene outside of the year of the troubling of the water. And he looks at a man that is lamed in his feet and he asks him, he said, hey, do you want to be made whole? The man looks at Jesus and says, every time I've tried to get in the pool, someone jumped in before me. Jesus looks at him. Now, this man has sat at the pool 38 years waiting on somebody else to push him in. Jesus looks at him and say, hey, do you want to be made whole? In
Mm,
other words, if you want to be made whole, I'm getting ready to watch this. This ain't blessed me, Emma. I'm telling you, it blessed me because Jesus looks at him and says, do you want to be made whole? He looks and he says, yes. Then Jesus looks back at him and says, watch this. Take up your bed and walk.
mm,
The Bible says he gets up and he start walking. What confuses me is Jesus don't lay hands on him. What confuses me is nobody has a prayer meeting. What confuses me is there is not even the troubling of the water. What confuses me is he don't even go through the same process. The Lord spoke to me, and this is going to bless about 5 people on here. The Lord spoke to me and said, Pastor, what was crippled was not his legs, but his mind.
wow.
Because in reality, when he had a change of mind, watch this, he was able to change the function of his being. I want to tell about 5 people, when you change your mind this year, you're going to change the process of how you move. I got to
Yeah.
change my mind. I got to get my mind right because my mind has been crippled so long, my vision can't walk. My mind has been crippled so long, my purpose is it can't walk. But this year, I'm changing my mind. And
Yeah.
my mindset says, if you like it,
I love it. Yes,
I'm through, woman of God.
sir. Thank you so much for that. I mean, listen, thank you so much for that. You share this with somebody, man, send it to them if you know they need to hear it. If you don't have the right words
Ah,
and you're
yeah.
like, I wanted to say this to somebody, just send it and let them watch this and let them receive it the way they're supposed to receive it. Oh, that was amazing. You gave me even more than what I expected. But you're not leaving just yet because I want the people to know, at least the people that follow me that don't know you, how can they follow you if they want to visit your church or service? What else do you do? Because you're a man of the community, like you do many things, you have
Yes.
1,000 hats. um Talk to us about that. Talk to us about the work that you do in the community. Yeah, talk to us about everything and where we can follow you, your website, all that. We want to know all that about you right now.
Well, God is blessed. God is blessed our church. We are having service starting February the 9th, right in the Bay Area, 1304 South 58th Street. We will have service. Our service is at 9:30 a.m. I'm telling you, you will be blessed tremendously. Come to the Triumph Church of Tampa Bay. God is moving by his power. God has blessed me not only to just do the work behind the pulpit, but go into our community, reach our young men. Why? Because it is our job to get out there and let them, not only do we need to preach to them, but we need to build an ark of safety, right? We need to make sure that we're just talking and not just talking, but we're showing them a life that you too advocating, pulling them to a place of hope, letting them see that there's also a way, a fountain that's filled with blood. Yes, God. And I want them to know that you can be who you want to be. All you have to do is change your mind. You have to make up in your mind to do it. So we do feedings in our community. I'm always at the schools within our Bay Area, going out there visiting our young people. We have a gentleman scholars program in our for fourth grade. We go to the Park and Recs Jackson Height to be there with our young men and our young women, just to let them know that at the end of the day, great things is happening for you. We're very, I'm very involved when it comes down to all of the politics of Tampa, being involved with making sure that I can be an advocate for our communities and get resources that's going to benefit families and lives. And so you can follow me on Instagram at EJPIGGOTT. That's EJ Pickett Sr. On Facebook is Elvis, Piggott, Elvis Pickett. Listen, anyone, if it's anything that I can do, I want to say to this host, to this legendary woman, appreciate you so much for allowing and sharing your platform with me. It has been a joy. It has been an honor, and I don't take it lightly. Again, I appreciate you so much for giving me this honor to come in and share with these people whom you love and whom you've given your heart and your nuggets to make sure that they too can continue to be healing kings and healing queens.
Yes. Thank you so much. Um, I needed for you to, there's a lot of things that we think we know. And there's a lot of things that we hear over and over sometimes, right? But because we're such in busy season sometimes, we don't stay still enough to really catch what God is telling us, right? What God is trying to pour into us. And then comes in a conversation with someone where someone says something that you've already heard before, but it hits you in a whole different way. And that's really what happened with the if you like it, I love it. Like I'm telling you, I keep repeating everybody I talk to, like I'm like, that's my new thing. But I wanted to know, like, when people when they hear me, because I got it from you. Like, I'm not the original of that, but I will use it. He gave me permission. I can use it. So
Use it up. Use it up.
I'm gonna use it because I like it and he loves it. Okay.
Yes, yes.
I like
And
it, he
y'all
loves
please,
it.
y'all please forgive me for look like I be hollering at times. Let me tell you, I get so passionate about the word. I get passionate about the lives of people. It means something. It's more than just something we do. That thing it start bubbling up in me. I like to see people victorious. I like to see people free. I like to see people come out of the mentality of bondage,
Yes.
right? And we got to start that freedom in our minds. And so I love it. I like to see the people joyful. Somebody honestly is going to sleep well tonight because you're
Yes.
going to let that burden roll off of your back and you're going to make up in your mind to say, you know what? I can't fight this fight anymore. I want to embrace. I know how to take it to God in prayer. If
Mm.
you like it, I love it. I'm taking it to God in prayer. God can do more with it than you can.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for the people that you have helped that have never said thank you to you. I know how that is being in the community, helping people. I've helped many people, but we don't do it for the thanks and the likes and the accolades, We do it
Right.
because that's just our mission. God has gave us purpose and we just walking in it. But it still never hurts to just be thanked. right? So thank you. I honor
Absolutely.
you. Continue blessings in that fight because you are definitely doing the work. A lot of people talk about it, but you actually are walking it and doing it. So salute to you. I appreciate you because you are really like loving and pouring into these kings. And it's important because we need the kings, right? We need the queens to heal. We need the kings to heal because our families
Absolutely.
are just a hot mess because all of us are so
Absolutely.
broken, and we're not taking the time to heal. So here we encourage women to heal. We encourage men to heal. We encourage the families to heal because if you don't heal, you cannot have a wholesome life. And
Absolutely.
that is the end goal. That is the end goal.
Absolutely.
That is the end goal at
Absolutely.
the end of the day. So thank you again. I'm gonna
Thank you.
I'm gonna have all his information. So you can be able to reach out to him. Please do that. Please follow, please support. Because he is really a man of God. This is a man of God. You know, I don't play with that when I don't just call anybody a man of God. You guys know me for a long time. Do not play with that. But I honor those that are men of God, and they will get that title for me, a man of God. So thank
Appreciate
you
you so
so much.
much.
I appreciate you. God bless you. Continue
Bless you.
in what God has given you to do. You're doing amazing. And just thank you. I continue to thank you. I appreciate you for coming into this platform and blessing it as you did. We let the mic drop and until next time, don't forget to
Thank you.
continue to subscribe, follow, share, because that's the way that you support. Go to our website, www.healingqueens.org. That's with a Z. The Queens is with a Z. Don't forget our main sponsor for January has been DB Boutique. Go check out these amazing soaps. Remember that these soaps are designed especially for healing queens. So if you purchase one of them, we do get our proceedings back. So it's DB Boutique. They're only $10. They're amazing. They're beautiful. And they smell good. They are nice and natural. She has all type of different ones. We also have our journals on Amazon. Make sure to support us. So there's plenty of ways to support us if you choose to. We thank you. Have amazing life. Go and walk in that room and be the light when you walk in. And if you having a bad day, don't go share that with nobody. Keep it to yourself. Until next time, peace.
Blessings.